Hey everybody, welcome to another reaction video. Daniel from the Venza Dutch office. We are glad you're here. Sean Shields, he's having tech difficulties, but the show must go on. We are still with our industry friends. Let's find out who they are in the hot seat. Starting with you, Conner, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Conner Erwin, Senior Vice President of Sales for Before Check-In, and we help hotels with card not present payments. Excited to be here again today.
Yeah, very great. Thank you, Conner. Andrew, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Daniel, for having me today. My name is Andrew Sanders. I'm VP of Hospitality with DataArt. We're a software development consultancy on a global basis, and I'm very excited to be here again.
Very good. Okay, so I'm kind of balancing a couple of things here without my buddy Sean to help us out here. So I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully this all will work, and we'll be able to get the raw reaction from these two gentlemen straight away. All right. So yes, good. All right. You guys should be able to see my screen. This is from our friends over at Skift. Are you able to see that, guys?
Yes.
Okay. 6 themes for hotel earnings season. So this is, well, we just love the content from Skift. So analysts in the next few weeks will be eyeing group bookings, recovery. Okay, you see the kind of list here. So I will scroll here. These are the themes that analysts are going to be looking at as they analyze, as analysts do, the 2022 year in hospitality. Group bookings recovery, energy shock here in Europe tied to the Russia's war in Ukraine, currency turmoil. So the benefit of the US dollar for those wanting to visit the UK or here in the EU. 4, hubris and denial about hotel pipelines. All of the development. 5, lifestyle boom. Many hotel companies declared an interest in adding more lifestyle properties to their portfolios. And then finally, fragile China. Okay, so the zero COVID policy. We did a reaction video also in terms of Far East, the challenges that Japan has had, having 1/40th of the tourism in 2022 as they did in 2019. All right, so these are the 6 themes. Again, group bookings, Europe's energy shock, currency turmoil, denial about hotel pipelines, lifestyle boom, fragile China. Question to you two gentlemen. Of these 6, which one is the kind of trend that makes you think, or which ones, if multiple, but which ones do you think will be kind of emblematic of our 2022 year? Which ones will you say, oh yeah, man, that was the theme? What do you think? Do I need to bring the list back up? Let's see. Andrew, you've got a look of confidence. What do you think? What is the one you're going to think about?
I would probably plump for, well, I need a supplemental answer, I think, on this, but I would say groups would probably be the number one for me, because they've been an area that has really suffered in the last 2 years, and from what I understand, is one area that is probably burgeoning and bubbling up right now. So I hope that continues. But what I would say is that the operating costs for these hotels has to be taken into account. So I'm really worried about energy costs, particularly in Europe anyway. So I think that has to be, if the real cost of energy is going to be explosive in the next 12 months, I think that has to be factored into this equation as well, because without that part of the equation, it's meaningless. But yeah, I would vote for groups being the most significant.
Okay. All right, good. Conner?
Kind of as I look across the board, my thought was, I don't know necessarily that group is going to rebound quite as well as we would hope through the remainder of this year, and particularly maybe Q1, Q2 of next year. And that's actually based on all those other topics. So, You know, we have the war in Ukraine, we have an energy crisis, we have currencies, you know, having issues over in Europe, and then interest rates being massively high in the US. That impacts that lifestyle, you know, boom. You know, it's a lot
Yeah.
more expensive for these developers to build a lifestyle hotel. And then we have some ongoing supply chain issues with China. When I look at kind of industry, you know, marquee enterprise level companies, most of them are pulling back on spending. They're pulling back on hiring right now and just kind of like letting the economy settle and seeing what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
So my guess is next 6 months, it's way better than COVID, way better, you know, than last year. But are we going to be back 110%? I don't think so. So, but yeah, I mean, groups is obviously one of the most important parts of my business. So I'd love for it to be 110%.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. So I can see where you guys are coming from. I'm surprised, but I shouldn't be, given your worlds. For me, it's going to be the energy crisis and the challenges and the currency. Those are the two that were bubbling up for me. But very good, guys. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Appreciate you giving us your raw reaction. And for all of you out there, let's wish Sean Shields a speedy recovery with his laptop. Doing this without him is not so much fun. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Daniel. Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye-bye.